and wheel.
There's a big group of people. They come to college campuses. Like, they do the Change My Mind and the college campus protests. They did the same thing, but it's that very aggressive kind of ministry where like women walk by and it's like, whore. And it's like, you're going to hell. And they'll scream and argue. And the whole goal is to like get a student mad enough to punch one of them in the face so they can sue the student and the university. So that was where the wheelchair guys just roll into class and they just lay into him about being faithless for the most part. And he has to deal with that.
I need to find out.
Well, that's freedom of
who
speech
the guy was.
For you.
It is.
Brother Jed. That's who it was. There was a guy on the Mizzou campus who there was like this little speaker circle thing that was in the middle of the semi-middle of the campus. And it was very much like a high traffic area. So between classes, it was often the most efficient way to go through this little, crossroads with the circle and the decorations and whatnot and the paving to get to your next class or a different building. And there's this guy named Brother Jeb. Was it Jeb or Jed? Whatever. Brother Jed. He would stand out there and do exactly what you're talking about and be like screaming at people for having abortions. And I don't think girls were saying like, I'm going to get it fucking, like this was 2009. And so it wasn't the same vibe as a lot of stuff today in 25, but then he'd be saying like, you're killing your babies. And girls are like, I don't know you. Like, what are you talking? I'm not in an argument with you. I didn't have an abortion. Like, I'm a Christian too. And he'd be like, no, you're not. No, you're not. If you were, you'd be out here caring. He was a big fire and brimstone guy. And I was glad he was there because he added flavor to that part of the day. When I was walking from economics to statistics, he was a little bright spot where I was like, what's Brother Jed going to be up to today? Who's he going to be in an argument with? Sometimes there would be like fedora wearing style people because it wasn't totally gay to like be that guy yet in 2009. And they'd be like arguing with them. And I'd be thinking like, the fuck are you doing? Like, this guy's got a cane with like a snake on top of it, waving it at people, and you're trying to be like, fact check, and it's like you're gayer than he is. Brother Jed rules. And so sometimes like you have frat guys like watching him, and when he made like an absurd, really not very salient but boisterous and entertaining point, like these frat guys who we're going to like underage drink and have premarital sex like 2 minutes later we'll be like, yeah, give him hell, brother, give him hell. So he was a good time. Big shout out. He's probably dead. He was old as hell.
Who knows, maybe he's still out there. He's even older. He's in the chair now. He's got his little megaphone with his raspy voice being magnified. You don't know.
I like that. I like seeing somebody who believes in something enough to stand on the street corner with a loudspeaker and megaphone or what have you. We
got one here in Texas, not too far from me. There's a very small Planned Parenthood center. So, of course, you have people protesting it. There's an older guy out there who's very clearly overweight and unhealthy, but he will get there at 8 a.m. and he will put down his tailgating equipment and sort of screw his signs into the ground and sit there in front of the building and play on his cell phone if anybody wants to talk to him. And he does that pretty much every day.
I mean, you need guys like that. Oh my God, he has a Wikipedia page. He passed away. Hold on, let's pull up Brother Jed's Wikipedia page. Zach, pull up the image of this guy and tell me this isn't the kind of guy you want hollering. And there was some sort of rule that like I don't think he was allowed to have a loudspeaker anymore. So he was pure baritone, pure love of the game.
Oh shit, he looks like what I imagined. You could not cast a person to look better than that. That's so good.
If this showed up on Netflix, I would say, okay, they took the parody over the top.
Yeah, they'd be like, this is a little heavy-handed.
Poltergeist.
Yeah.
He did have like nice suits and old-timey ties. He looked like he was going to go watch horse racing all the time. I liked that. And then this might be later than when I was in school because he did not have this intense of a cane when I was there. He had a very normal cane, and he wasn't a weak old man who needed a cane at all. This was pure style. It was pure flash. Bravissimo. I liked it.
Name for that hat?
I don't know. On him, I like it.
It's called the Revelator.
I believe that.
Be a hat guy.
See, I didn't like cold months. Brother Jed wasn't as good in the scarf.
No,
you know what a Revelator
he looks
is?
more like a professor there, and he's got the what were the little scarves that the Democrats wore to the rotunda to take a knee under Lincoln or whatever. That's what he looks like he's got going on underneath.
Yeah. He's got, now that's the guy I remember.
That's an inspection right there.
Dark hair.
Come put your genitals on my hand. I'll read your future.
See, that's what would happen. People would like stand around him and be like, damn, this guy's got charisma.
Your dick has to be this big around to talk to me.
This is so much longer of a Wikipedia page than I thought Brother Jed would have. He's got paragraphs.
What's the problem, officer? I can't do a little beekeeping here on campus. What's going on?
little beekeeping. That is what he looks like. Damn, he needed to buff up a little bit. Those are little arms.
He has like the stave of revelation. Like whatever, that stick probably has a goddamn name. Oh, I blasphemed. I shouldn't have done that in this moment. He's I genuinely am impressed by those people. Like there are like those Joel Osteen cocksuckers who are clearly like running a big scheme, scammy thing, making hundreds of millions of dollars. That dude right there does not look like a wealthy man. That guy right there believes what he's saying, and he showed up with a magic fucking stick to say it. He wouldn't be there if he didn't believe he was doing good. I bet he goes home every night and says, like, Lord, just let me reach one. And then he goes to sleep. Like that guy believes. I appreciate that.
That's a guy who here's something from his page. College newspapers have reported some of his statements. Quote, I don't know how the whorehouse in town stays open. All you sorority girls are giving it away for free. And quote, who are you, Bob Marley, addressing a black student with dreadlocks? He often shouted, a masturbator today is a homosexual tomorrow. His assistants carried signs declaring that feminist liberals and those who listen to rock and roll are destined for hell, along with homosexuals, fornicators, those who use tampons. I might need to, I think I'm going to call BS on Wikipedia here. I knew a lot of people who listened to this guy yell. Not once did he say anything about that. And
the masturbator thing is
the masturbator. That's what I'm saying. I never heard him say the tampon thing. The feminists, liberals, homosexuals, fornicators, masturbators. Remember all of that. I think they're doing him dirty.
The part about his master's degree thesis, it's my favorite. Smock attended graduate school at Indiana State University, where he earned a master's degree in history and wrote a thesis on the personal effects of smoking 7 straight joints of marijuana.
It sounds like he was cool as hell.
Took 18 months of research, day after day.
Yeah,
so
I guess he says he used to be a party boy, engaging in drunkenness, dissipation, and debauchery.
That's like those preachers like, I used to be gay, but the Lord hath healed me. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy was not
many
gay.
of those growing up. Oh my God. I think
those guys are hard
for them. It was just a different dating pool. They would date the other totally formerly gay pastors and I guess still have a place in the community in the South.
Oh, that's the Catholic Church you're referring to. That's a different thing.